Honeybees are the only insects that produce food eaten by humans. A single honeybee produces about 1/12 of a teaspoon of honey in its lifetime. Honeybees communicate with each other by dancing. The waggle dance indicates the direction and distance of food sources. A honeybee can fly up to 15 miles per hour. Honeybees have 5 eyes, 2 large compound eyes and 3 smaller simple eyes on top of their head. Honeybees can see ultraviolet light, which helps them find flowers. There are 3 types of bees in a hive: the queen, workers, and drones. The queen bee is the only fertile female in the hive and can lay up to 2,000 eggs per day. Worker bees are all female and perform various tasks, including foraging, nursing, and hive maintenance. Drones are male bees whose primary role is to mate with a virgin queen. While worker bees typically live for about 6 weeks during the summer and up to 5 months during the winter, honeybees have a highly developed sense of smell and can detect odors from great distances. Honeybees have 2 pairs of wings that they can lock together during flight. A colony of bees consists of 20,000–60,000 honeybees. Honeybees use propolis, a sticky substance made from plant resins, to seal cracks and strengthen their hive. Honeybees collect nectar from flowers and convert it into honey through a process of regurgitation and evaporation. Honeybees play a crucial role in pollinating many crops, including fruits, vegetables, and nuts. A honeybee visits 50100 flowers during a single foraging trip. Honeybees have a unique ability to regulate the temperature of their hive, keeping it around 93–95 F30 for 35 C. Honeybees are native to Europe, Asia, and Africa, but have been introduced to other parts of the world. Honeybees are social insects, living in large colonies with a complex social structure. Beeswax is secreted by worker bees from glands on their abdomen and used to build honeycomb. Honeybees have a barbed stinger, which they use only in self-defense. After stinging, a bee typically dies. The honeybee's wings stroke incredibly fast, about 200 beats per second. Honeybees use the sun as a compass to navigate. Honeybees have a proboscis, a long, tube-like tongue used to suck up nectar and water. Honeybees have been kept by humans for thousands of years for honey and beeswax. The average forager bee makes about 10 trips per day. Honeybees can fly for up to 6 miles to collect nectar and pollen. Honeybees are most active during the warmer months and less active in winter. Honey bee populations have been declining due to factors like habitat loss, pesticides, and diseases. Honeybees have a sophisticated method of dividing labor based on age and colony needs. Honeybees can recognize and remember landmarks to help them navigate back to their hive. Honeybees have a unique buzzing sound caused by their wings beating rapidly. Honeybee venom contains proteins that affect blood vessels and nerves, causing pain and swelling. Honeybees can be trained to detect explosives and other substances. Honeybees have a branched body and leg hairs that help them collect and transport pollen. Honeybees can make a new queen by feeding a larva royal jelly. Honeybees use their antennae to touch and smell. Honeybees have specialized leg structures called pollen baskets to carry pollen back to the hive. Honeybees' honeycombs are made up of hexagon-shaped cells, which provide strength and efficient storage. Honeybees use their mandibles to shape beeswax and build honeycomb. Honeybees have an internal clock that helps them remember the time of day. Honeybees communicate using pheromones, chemical signals that convey information. Honeybees' sense of taste is located in their mouth parts, feet, and antennae. Honeybees are attracted to flowers by their color, scent, and shape. Honeybees help plants reproduce by transferring pollen from one flower to another. Honeybees' wings are transparent and covered with tiny hairs. Honeybees are capable of learning and remembering complex tasks. Honeybees have a high tolerance for cold but will cluster together for warmth in the winter. Honeybees' bodies are covered with hair, which helps them collect pollen. Honeybees' venom has medicinal properties and is used in apitherapy. Honeybees have a complex social structure that includes roles such as foragers, guards, and nurses. Honeybees can perform complex tasks, such as recognizing patterns and counting. Honeybees are important indicators of environmental health and biodiversity. Honeybees are featured in various cultures and mythologies around the world. Honeybees produce propolis, which has antibacterial and antifungal properties. Honeybees' wings work like mini helicopters, creating lift by rotating in a figure-8 pattern. Honeybees can detect electric fields generated by flowers. What are some sad facts about honeybees? 10 facts about honeybees. National Geographic Kids. Sadly, over the past 15 years, colonies of bees have been disappearing, and the reason remains unknown. Referred to as colony collapse disorder, billions of honeybees across the world are leaving their hives, never to return. In some regions, up to 90% of bees have disappeared. What makes a honeybee unique? The honeybee is the only insect that produces food for humans. Honey keeps very well. A pot of honey was found in good condition in King Tut's. What makes bees happy? Plant lots of flowers. Ensure your bees' happiness by planting lots of flowers that they can use as sugars and proteins from the nectar and pollen. They need these to grow healthy and reproduce, so be sure to not only plant in abundance, but also a variety that bloom at different times and continue to decline, and the biggest threat to their health is the varroa mite, one of the world's tiniest and most destructive parasites. Varroa mites suck the blood of bees and transmit deadly viruses, making them one of the greatest threats to bees.